Cassia Faye Hayden. Welcome to my channel. Today we have slime to show you. Well, I have slime to show you. Sorry about my pajamas over there. My couch is my bed, and my bed is my couch. It's a futon. Because I basically live in an efficiency. So an efficiency with storage that you can't put furniture in. So anyway, so that's why everything is always done on my bed. Anyway, so I do have a ton of slime to share with you guys. So these slime videos will be done probably in segments because I don't know how much room I'll have for all of my slime. I don't even know how many different episodes of this I'll have to do because I have a lot. I had a lot before. Now I have even more. Because I made a lot of slime. So first of all, first slime I'm going to show you, because I'm going to go based on like my color coordination when it comes to how I do my clothing, because like I wear like my whites first, and then my my grays, and then my blacks, and then I go into pinks, and then reds and purples and blues, and so on and so forth. So I'm weird. I'm OCD and weird. So you know, aside from the ADHD, I also have OCD and anxiety and social anxiety and PTSD, and I'm a freak. But you know, aren't we all? Just a little bit. So, and I have my purple slimes over here in case I have time for the purple slimes. But we're going to start with the white and the clear slimes first. So, first off, one that I did not make. And I'm very glad that I bought it. And I had been hinting at buying it, I think in my last two videos that I got it for you guys. The last time I went to Meijer, I picked it up with the ones that I will be showing you towards the end of this little slime series. Because like, you know, going by color. So yeah, and I've been wanting to buy these since I saw them there. So I've been like obsessively wanting to buy these. And after, you know, testing out butter slime, I realized how much I like butter slime, and it only made me want to buy them more. So so first off, we have this this stuff, which is supposed to be marshmallow fluff, which is why it says stuff on it instead of fluff, because they want it to be similar to the packaging, but they don't want it to be so similar that you actually think it's real and try to eat it. So and then it says marshmallow scented on the side right there, and this is by Compound Kings. There's another version that's not butter slime that I have yet to buy, but it's in my Amazon cart and my Walmart cart. It's in both in case I get to it in one sooner than the other, you know. But Jackie, Nerdy Crafter, she has already tested the other brand out, and she has some pretty nice reviews on it. And it's from what she's said, I would really want to buy it. So that's why it's, you know, in my cart on both sites, because I definitely want to try it out. But get a nice good handful in here, and it's really full. So they're not skimping on slime here. That you get a lot of slime, and it's really good slime. Because I already tested it out. And I do love Compound Kings to begin with, because it's the first slime company I've ever tried. It's not the only slime company, but it's the first one. And so far, I really like their slime. Like, I really like their slime. Especially their butter slime. Their butter slime is the best butter slime I've ever had. I've ever played with. So, including my own. I like it better than my own, and my own is pretty good from my little experiments here. So far, I'm doing pretty darn good at making homemade slime, and sorry. My nose is itchy because I'm allergic to my babies. But, so, yeah, so this is the, this is a small chunk of it. I tried to get a bigger chunk, but it's it's hard to get out of the jar when it's that full. It's easy when it's not quite so full. So I'm sorry my nose is so itchy. I've been having a day with allergies. Actually, I've been having a week with allergies. It's been a thing lately. But so I'm thinking of maybe separating it into a different container and maybe giving some of it to Avea for her birthday. I think she'll like it. I'm not going to give her all of it, obviously, because she seems to have a lack of appreciation when I do things for her. So I'm going to give her some of my slimes, but I don't want to like make myself be like run out of slimes because I did something nice for her that she ends up being a brat over. If she starts appreciating what I do for her, that would be really nice, but what can you do? But anyway, so you know, I am going to get another container for it and probably give some to Avea and probably just fill up the other container as like a more authentic looking container. Not really fill it up, but maybe halfway, maybe a quarter. But this is really, really good slime. It's really buttery. It's really soft. And oh my god, it feels amazing. You never want to stop touching it. It's very, very fluffy. Whatever the clay is that they use in Compound Kings for the butter slime, it's amazing. I love it. I don't know how they do it to make it so good, but it's good slime. And it smells just like marshmallows. It smells so good. So this is definitely a good buy. I would, if I were to go back and decide if I wanted to buy it again, I would definitely buy this Compound Kings marshmallow fluff butter slime again. I would definitely rebuy it. I love this slime. I have a really hard time not playing with it. And if you guys want to know a little bit about my week, I know sometimes you guys love hearing about my week. Sometimes you guys hate hearing about my week. But I am filming on a Monday. I know I upload on Saturdays. But I like to try to get it done when I have free time or I feel healthy enough to get it done. So, so I decided to film on a Monday, which means yesterday was Mother's Day. You don't want to know how I spent my Mother's Day. But I'm going to tell you anyway. Because you can't make this shit up. So, this situation didn't actually start yesterday. It actually started on Saturday. So, a friend of mine is, because of my health issues, I'm trying to find the right type of medicinal gummies to help with my ADHD and my fibromyalgia and my lupus and, all of my health issues. There are no medications that actually work with fibromyalgia. For some people, they say that they do, but I've noticed that nothing, go away, stray hair, that nothing really seems to work for me when it comes to medications. they work for about a week, and then they gotta up the dose, and then that works for about a week, and then they gotta up the dose, and then it just stops working, and then like I can't get off of it. So I I don't do, you know, that those kinds of medications. And when it comes to psychological medications for fibromyalgia, there's a reason why I can't take those. Um, when it comes to that, like I was put on psychological medication when I was younger. I was misdiagnosed with bipolar instead of diagnosed with PTSD and ADHD. And the misdiagnosis and the medication actually made me crazy. So it made me manic and suicidal and just completely psychotic. Um, like I flipped out for no reason, and I knew it was no reason. I didn't know why I felt the ways that I felt, but I knew that I felt them. And I knew it was the medication, and I kept telling everybody the medication's making me crazy. The medication's making me crazy. I'm not like this when I'm on meds. I'm more mentally stable off meds than I am on them. So it took actually my brother stealing my meds for them to take me off of them, for them to realize that yes, I was telling the truth. I'm more mentally stable off of meds than I am on them. So so my brother actually stole my meds. I went through withdrawals, and then I went back to therapy, and my psychiatrist, who had dementia at the time and was in the process of retiring, he should have retired way before that. In my opinion. But so because my brother had stolen my medication, and I went through the withdrawals, and I went to my psychiatrist without any medicine in my body whatsoever, completely over the withdrawals. He was like, yeah, you seem perfectly fine off of the medication. A little bit hyper, but other than that, you seem pretty mentally stable. Much more mentally stable than on it. And I'm like, that's what I've been telling you for the last 10 years. so, so they took me off of it. And for some reason, it doesn't reflect that in the notes. It says that I refused medication because apparently he forgot that he took me off the meds. So, so my file says something completely different than what he did because he forgot because he has dementia. So, thankfully, he's not practicing anymore. Thank God, because somebody could die that way. But yeah, so I can't take anything like that for fibromyalgia because it makes me kind of loopy. I know I seem kind of loopy to begin with, but that's just the ADHD. Now, I'd be willing to take ADHD meds, but after that situation, having been misdiagnosed for years and put on medication that I told them for years wasn't working and for years was making me nuts, and them still refusing to take me off and try something else, like a whole decade. Where I almost killed myself over a dozen times because of the medication. I'm afraid to go to therapy and deal with it all again and end up with the wrong diagnosis and the wrong medication again. And I have had doctors lie to me about what medication does in order to manipulate me into taking it. And I had a doctor who gave me psych meds for my fibromyalgia and then lied to me and told me it wasn't made for psych reasons. And then I looked it up after I started feeling a little loopy. And I was like, they fucking lied to me. Which is illegal. When you tell your doctor you can't be on psych meds because it makes you crazy, and then they give you a psych med for your fibromyalgia and lie to you and tell you that it's not a psych med, they can lose their license for that. That's illegal. So, yeah. But yeah, she she lied to me about it completely, and then she wonders why I left her for another doctor after that. I wonder why. But so that's not even what I'm the story I'm trying to tell you. I was trying to tell you guys. But anyway, so a friend of mine, goes to the dispensary around here a lot, and she knows I can't really afford to just blow my money on a bunch of gummies and not know if they're the right dosage for me, if they're the right kind for me, if you know any of that stuff. So she's been helping me out, like when she gets a batch, like, here, try this one, tell me what you think. So that when I do eventually go and get the gummies myself with my own money, I'll have a better idea of what to get. And I really appreciate it. She's a really good friend. And she's a great person. I don't want to say too much about her because I know how people tend to judge, and I don't want people to know her for the ways that I've met her. I want them to know her. I want people to know her for the good person that she is. And if I tell you guys her situation, people might judge and be kind of dicks about it. So I'm not going to go there. But she's a good person, and I hang out with her cats and her kids, and with her, obviously. And when we get going, we can't shut up. But so mostly I can't shut up, but but I love hanging out with her and her family, and they're really good people. But anyway, so it was during one of these little gummy experiments that I had one that was this weekend that was like a little bit stronger than we were hoping for. and it knocked me completely out. And so I normally keep my air conditioner in a window in the other room, the one I use for storage, that has like a low roof to where somebody can actually climb up it without a ladder or anything. And I've had people try to break in that window before. But I wasn't thinking, that leaving my AC right there with it off would be a problem, especially with me home. And all the doors locked and all the other windows locked. I didn't think anything of it. So I wake up and from passing out from the gummy. and and I wake up from what sounds like a thump of somebody like jumping off the roof onto the ground. And I come in the other room, and I find my AC pushed out onto the floor, and my window pushed all the way up. Obviously, cats can't do that. Maybe they could walk on the AC and maybe knock it down accidentally, but they can't push I was trying to open it and close it multiple times all weekend long, and I'll get to why I was doing that all weekend long in a minute here. But pushing it up and pulling it down once hurts my wrist. So if it hurts me to open and close the window, the cats didn't do that themselves. So obviously someone had broken in. So I come in there, and like 4 of my cats are on the roof, and I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? Get your furry asses back in here. So most of them come right back in, and so I close the window hoping they're all in here, but like I do anytime one of the cats sneaks out the front door, because Astra likes to do that, and sometimes the others like to go out onto the porch and just kind of roam around and like, huh, this is interesting. So when that happens, I try to get them all back in, and then I do kind of like a little bit of a roll call. So I go around and I count my my Siamese and my Himalayan, because I have Nimue and I have Cinnamon Roll, who are both Siamese, but one's chocolate, one's lilac. And then I have Trinity, who's a Himalayan, so I count those three as one. And then I count the five calicos, and then the two Russian blues, and the two Bombays, and the one ginger. And I'm like, okay, so everybody's here. So I went to do the roll call, and okay, this is hilarious. Okay, this is just great. So so I'm doing the roll call. That what I found out later after the funny part wasn't so fun. It took kind of all weekend to fix. But Anna called to the fire department and two stray teenagers walking by. Thank God for them. But so then I'm doing my roll call, and I look at who I think is Drago, and I go, Drago, what happened to your collar? What, did you lose your collar out on the roof? And then I turn around, and Drago's behind me with his collar on. So I turn back around, and there's this kitty that looks exactly like him, just staring at me like he lives here. Like, he let himself in. So someone breaks in my window. My cats sneak out. She sneaks in. So somehow I ended up with two Dragos. So I'm like, what in the heck? Why are there two of you? So, but that's not the part that sucked. That was the really confused double take moment of, why are there two of you now? Who are you? How'd you get in my house? I'm sorry about that. It's broken. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's wired in, so I can't fix it. It just randomly does that. There is no smoke in here. No smoke. It just does that. It's really annoying. But anyway, so so that was interesting. So now I have an extra black cat. And because of the way we found him, I found him the way I found him. But I say we a lot because, you know, when I find a cat and I decide to keep it, me and Sam discuss it first. And we come up with names together. So, we decided on, and Lindsay kind of helped us with the name too. Because I have to consult my best friend, right? My best friend and my honey, of course. So, we landed on kind of a long name, but we think it kind of fits. Onyx for his color, and Sassenach because, I mean, Outlander kind of means somewhat the same thing as like intruder or trespasser or or whatever. So that kind of hints to him sneaking into my house. And then because of the flavor of the gummy that made me pass out, because it was pomegranate flavored, Lindsay and I decided to call him Onyx Sassenach of the Elysian Fields. Because, you know, Hades and Persephone and the pomegranate seed. Yeah. So he's Onyx Sassenach of the Elysian Fields, the trespassing black guy who came in while I was high on pomegranate gummy. So the intent wasn't to get high, though. The intent was to make my pain go away so I could wash the dishes. So, But that's the funny part. The not funny part is after I did roll call, I figured out that Guinevere had gotten out onto the roof and didn't make it back in. So I spent all of Saturday on the roof, terrified my knee was going to give out and make me fall off the roof. I don't know how my knee gives out 12 times a day, and somehow, by sheer miracle, my knee did not give out on the roof the whole time on Saturday and the whole time on Sunday that I was on the roof. So I was on the roof for most of both days. So I spent my Mother's Day on my roof, desperately trying to get my baby girl back in the house, freaking out that she wasn't gonna get back in the house. I called the fire department. They actually tried to tell me it's not their job. In what world is saving animals from weird situations not the fire department's job? Every instance I've ever heard of in the world, I've heard of animals being saved by firefighters because it's their job. It's part of their job. You hear it on the news all the time of them saving animals from like gutters and like the sewers and pipes and trees and roofs and like everywhere, anywhere imaginable that an animal could possibly get stuck. You hear stories of firefighters doing their job to save these animals. So they tell me it's not their job, and then they show up, and then they barely even try. And then they leave. They're like, sorry, we tried. We didn't succeed. We're leaving. Good luck. Just leave the window open and hope she comes back in. I'm like, I have other cats. You want them to sneak out onto the roof? Can't just leave the window open and hope she sneaks back in. I'd lose all of my other cats. And the door to that room doesn't close. So in order to lock all the cats out of there, not only would they not have access to their litter box, not gonna happen, but I'd be locking myself away from the bathroom, and I have overactive bladder, so not gonna happen. So as they were leaving, a couple of boys walked by, and they're like, oh man, is that your kitty up there? And I'm like, yeah, the fire department said they couldn't help. And they're like, they just left and didn't get her down. They just left her up there. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, I'm getting her. So they scaled my roof like Spider-Man. These teenage boys scaled my roof like Spider-Man and got her down. And oh my God, I was so grateful. I mean, this is my baby girl. I birthed her from Spell's womb. I helped her give birth to her, and with my own hands. I helped her be born. I mean, she's my baby. So, yeah, my Mother's Day was interesting. Yeah. I mean, of course, it's been interesting ever since, too, because, I mean, new cat in a house full of cats. We all know how that works. There's a lot of growling and hissing and psychotic kitty bullshit. But, I mean, that's normal for cats. So, but anyway, moving on back to the slime now that you guys have heard my Mother's Day story. So this one I call Water Glass. And I apologize for the dirtiness of the outside of the containers. It's just the outside. I've got to do something about that. I am going to wash them, but I have flies in here right now, so they're pooping on everything, so I gotta get rid of them and then clean everything they pooped on. So that's why the outside of the container is dirty. But yeah, so as you can see, it looks like water with little ice cubes in it, and it smells like flavored water. I mean, pretty simple. I'd say that I made this but I didn't. Technically, I didn't make this. Technically, come out of the container. Come out. Technically, I didn't make it because technically, I mean, I did get it out of a kit. This is not what I was supposed to do with the kit. I mean, you guys saw the kit last time in the last video. It was that unicorn kit with the big bucket of clear slime, and it had these jelly cubes in it. This isn't all I did with that. I did a lot with that. But this was one of my ideas for what to do with that slime and those jelly cubes. And I did have extra jelly cubes laying around too, because I bought some magic eraser and made my own jelly cubes. But so basically all I did with this one was just take like a good couple handfuls of the slime from the bucket and just put the jelly cubes in it, and that's pretty much it, because I was like, that would make really good water glass slime. Like, because it looks kind of like ice cubes and water. I thought it was a good idea. It's fun to play with. It crackles a lot, and it looks really pretty. I mean, I like it. I mean, so technically, I didn't make it, because all I did was mix the clear slime with the jelly cubes that came with the kit. So that's pretty much all I did. So I didn't make it. Not this one. This was just mixing two parts of the kit together. That's pretty much it. That's all I did with that one. But it's still good. Still a cute idea, right? I think it's a cute idea. But moving on. This one I made from scratch, and I call it butter pecan ice cream. Yeah, I love you too, Ash. And this is a butter slime. And it smells really good. Like, it smells just like butter pecan ice cream. And you can't really tell in certain light, but it actually is kind of more of a off-white color, like butter pecan ice cream. You can't really tell on the camera, but it is. It stretches pretty good. If you take it at the ends, just stretch it. I think I put a little bit too much clay in there, but that's okay. But it's really good, and it smells really good, and I love it. But this is one of the ones that I handmade. And I forgot there's a charm in there that I had made into a magnet until I realized I had a use for it, and now I can't get the fucking magnet off. But it's a little popsicle. A little yellow popsicle with fruit on it. So I put that in there because it's supposed to be ice cream. It's supposed to be butter pecan ice cream. So that's a really good one that I made from scratch. I put, excuse you, go away. So I put a little bit of butter, extract in it, and then a little bit of not pecan extract, because they didn't have pecan extract, almond extract in there, and I don't know how, but somehow it just came out smelling exactly like butter pecan ice cream. Oh my god, it smells so good. It makes me want butter pecan ice cream. So there's that one, and there's that one, and let's pile these up on the table so I know I did those ones. And then I'll put them back in the thing, in my storage later. This is just a flarp that I got from the Dollar Tree a while back. And you know, just like any flarp, you poke it, and it sounds cool. It actually has a pretty fruity scent to it. It's pretty. It's got glitter in it on one end. On the other end, it's just kind of plain. It's just pink. So there's nothing special about the pink side. It's just flarp. So there's that. And then this one I bought from Meyer. This is a Compound Kings lemonade slime. And it used to not smell like lemonade. It smelled. It smelled. Yes, Jackie, even us Americans have problems with English sometimes too. I am originally from California. I was born in California. I grew up in Michigan, and yes, I still have problems speaking English. But it used to smell like flowers, kind of. But I added some lemon extract, and so now it smells like lemonade, and it's pretty. It's got like glitter in there, and it's got jelly cubes, and it's pink. And who doesn't love pink lemonade? Like, who doesn't love pink lemonade? I love pink lemonade. I absolutely love pink lemonade. And it is just the cutest little container because it looks like a little slushy container. So, like, maybe it's supposed to be a lemonade slushy. I don't know. I don't care. I just like it. It's cute. It's fun to play with. It's pretty. It smells good. I love it. So, yeah. The reason my English is not so good is because I am dyslexic and I was raised by a German woman. So, when I go into the ice cream section and I say that I am looking for Napoleon ice cream, don't correct me. I know what I meant, but my grandma called it Napoleon ice cream, so she's the reason I say it wrong. But anyway, and then there's this one. This one I did not make. This one was one of the ones that I had from another kit. Oh, it's getting gooey now. I haven't played with this one in a while, so it's starting to get gooey. Sometimes you gotta kind of play with them to get them to keep their, keep intact. The more you play with them, the less they fall apart. I've noticed. And if you don't play with it a lot, then they start to come apart a little bit. So play with your slime a lot. If you want it to stay good, play with your slime a lot, and it'll not separate quite so much. That I have discovered this. The more I play with my slime, the less they separate. And I mean, you can get them to not be separated anymore by just playing with it once it's separated a little bit. But if you want to prevent that from happening on a larger scale, just play with it a lot. So, it's like an instrument. If you don't play with your instrument enough, you kind of forget how to play with it. You kind of forget how to use it. And, sometimes you got to take care of your instruments to make them work properly. So, not that I'd know because I don't play instrument. But this is a really good slime. This is a like bubblegum scented slime, and I don't really like foam beads, but this is the only butter slime or only slime in general I've found so far that actually holds the foam beads, as you can see. And I put them in there because it's a bubblegum scented slime, and I thought colorful foam beads would be perfect for a bubblegum slime. Like, in it though, like, just in it. It's perfect. Because, you know, bubblegum. Just little colorful balls of bubblegum. Why not? It sounds right to me. Little colorful balls of bubblegum. So there's that one that I didn't make. I just threw some add-ins in there. That one I think was, I don't know if that one's Compound Kings or not, but I think it was. I don't remember. I don't remember if it was Compound Kings or not, but I know it was. I know it's a good one. And then this one, come here. Technically, I made this one because I added, after I got it out of the Dollar Tree container, I added a bunch of other slime, and then I made some slime to add to it because Dollar Tree slime it just isn't. It might as well be Flarp. It just is not soft, and it just doesn't stretch. So, like, you have to just kind of mess with it with other slime ingredients to make it into usable slime. So, my original intention for buying the pink Dollar Tree slime was actually to use it in balls, but it turned out to not be big enough containers for that. So I decided instead to just, like, start buying, glue in bulk and, just making my own slime for my fidget balls. So I put this little charm in there. Cute little charm. And then I named this one Pink Mermaid, which is not what I meant to name it. I was probably not thinking when I named it. What I was going to name it before I forgot what I was going to name it and just randomly named it, was Pink Daisy and Dewdrops, because it's got these little pink fishbowl beads in there. So I was going to name it Pink Daisy Dewdrops, for, like, kind of a spring vibe. But it's really pretty, and it's really stretchy. It's got fishbowl beads in it. It's got, like, it says it's confetti, but it seems like pink tinsel to me. Like, chopped up pink tinsel is what it looks like to me. It's really pretty iridescent stuff. But I really like it. And it really kind of, it does give me mermaid vibes, but it also gives me kind of like flower dewdrop vibes. You know what I mean? Probably because I paired it with this little flower charm, but I mean, whatever it feels like to you guys, It doesn't stretch as well as I would like it to, but it stretches a lot better than it did before I put all that extra slime in it. So, I used a little bit of that clear slime. I made some slime to put into it. And the slime originally that I had from the dollar store was pink. And I added those pink add-ins of the little fishbowl beads and the tinsel thingies. And it is very pretty. It's fun to play with. It makes popping noises when you squeeze it. It's a nice slime. It's not a perfect slime, but it's a nice slime. And then we have this one, which I just put in the container. And there is a little strawberry charm. And I just put this in the container because I just emptied the container, and I have a feeling I'm going to regret the pounds that I probably just gained by emptying that container. Worth it. So this is a cream cheese container. Strawberry cream cheese container for my strawberry cream cheese butter slime. Yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, how stretchy that is. You can't even see how far it goes because it goes beyond my camera. This took a lot of work trying to get it perfect. Oh, yeah. And I love it. I love what I did with it. This is a handmade slime. And I love it. So there is that. And I'm going to put her back in the container. Right there. Put the charm back on there. So that is my strawberry cream cheese slime. And then, where did that other one go? Oh, there it is. Again, with the Myers Compound King slimes. This is a Jam and Jellies. And it smells, see, Jam and Jellies. I left this on there just for the fact that it makes it look more real, more authentic. And here's the lid. So, yeah. And then, it smells like strawberry jelly. And it looks like strawberry jelly. And it is super fun to play with. Just give me a piece. Just give me a piece. Go back in there. And oh, look at that. The little black glitter that they have all over in there is just perfect for making it look like little crushed seeds. That, you know, when you make jelly, you get the little crushed seeds in there. Oh, it's so perfect. I love this. It's so perfect. And it feels good. It smells good. It's really stretchy and easy to play with. This was definitely a very awesome, very good buy. I love this. So Jam and Jellies, you can go back in the container. Because this is a butter slime, it's a lot easier to get in and out of the container. The butter slimes are a lot harder to get in and out when they're full. So, but they're fun to play with. So, it's worth it. So, there's that one. I'll probably separate the bubble gum into a different container for Avea too, because I think that container's a little bit full for, hi Ash, for having, you know, butter slime. And then this one I made, oh, I love this one. This I named, if I can get it out, come here, come on. Come on, there we go. Now this one I made with the jelly cubes that I made. And for some reason it's not as squishy as it was last time I played with it. But that happens sometimes. But anyway, this I named Fruit Punch. It smells like fruit punch and it looks like fruit punch. And it's just fruit punchness. And I loves it. I loves the fruit punch slime. Maybe I should have made more of it. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I didn't make enough of it and it just soaked into my cubes. I think that's what happened. I think it just soaked into my jelly cubes. But that's okay. I can always make more. Yeah, I can always add more slime to it. Make it stretch a little bit farther. Ugh, I love it. It smells good. It's pretty. It looks like food. It's fun to play with. And hear those pops? Oh, I love it. So that's my fruit punch slime. Alrighty. And then this is one of my Tootsie Roll slimes, which is kind of more like Flarp. But my God, does it smell like Tootsie Rolls. Like, when you buy this stuff, make sure you have Tootsie Rolls in the house. Because if you don't, you're going to want to buy them, or you're going to end up wanting to eat the slime. So, in order to avoid eating the slime, fill your house up with Tootsie Rolls before buying this. I did, after the fact. And I really wanted to eat the slime, but I knew no better not to. Because it smells so real. Oh, man, I wish that... Me and Lindsay were just talking about this. I really wish that they had a microphone for the camera for videos where you could actually smell the scents of things. Because then I could, like, put this up to, like, the smell microphone, and then you guys could smell it and be like, oh, man, that really does smell like cherry Tootsie Rolls. Like, oh, I want that right now. Because... yeah, you would be thinking that. Because all of this stuff smells so good. Ugh. The stuff that I made and the stuff that I didn't make, it all smells so good. So this is basically like Flarp. So all you can really do is like poke it. But it smells amazing. Like, just, wow. And get off of my finger. Get off of there. See, this is the drawback of having long nails when you play with slime. The slime gets caught under your nails, and then you can't get it out. Alrighty, so there's those. I could put that flat back over there. Put that away. And then, on to my purple slimes. I have already seemed to make it to an hour here. Probably because of talking about my weekend. That's probably what did it. So this one I call unicorn slime. And it is a butter slime. And I put like little unicorn head charms in there. Come here. And it's got some bingsu beads in it. Little butter slime with bingsu beads. And it's got like little unicorn head charms in it. But I can only see one of them because the others are buried in the slime. But they're in there somewhere. It's find the charms. Search for the charms. So it's a pretty like lilac purple color. And it's a butter slime with purple bingsu beads in it. And it's just really nice, really soft, squishy, stretchy slime. And I love it. So there's that one. And then we got Purple Mermaid. This one I intentionally named Mermaid because I thought it looked like a mermaid style type slime. So we got Purple Mermaid, which is kind of a... What are you doing? I still need to delete that app. So it's kind of like a purple clear slime with fishbowl beads in it and that purple tinsel in it. It's pretty. It's really pretty. I love it. It's beautiful. Isn't that pretty? It's gorgeous. And it crinkles and it stretches really good. Look at that stretch. It smells good too. So that's a good slime right there's my purple mermaid slime. And in case you guys are wondering about the majority of my containers, I reuse leftover like cotton candy containers for my slimes. See, purple mermaid. Because I think they're cute and, you know, I like cotton candy. And if I eat the cotton candy and I keep the containers, then I have slime containers. Cute little slime containers. Free storage for eating my yummy, delicious cotton candy. Free storage. That's cute. It works. And then this one is, I call Super Extra Glitzy Slime. Or, I also like to call it my Tammy slime after my mom because I love her to death, but even she will admit that she is super extra and glitzy. Even she'll admit it. So, in love of my mom and her super extra glitziness, I named it this slime. It's got pearls in it. It's got multicolored tinsel in it. And it's got little unicorn crap, I forgot what it's called. Glitter, unicorn glitter. And the unicorn glitter is quite huge. But I don't know if you can see it. You might be able to see it. But there's like little, or like rather huge unicorn glitters in there. And there's like little pink pearls in there. And it's just very, very extra and very, very glitzy. And it needs activator. But that's okay because I have activator. I put some in it, but I don't know. I kind of like how gooey this one is. Because the more you play with it, the less gooey it is. And the less it sticks to your hands. So I kind of like it at its gooey consistency. Once I get it going, the more I play with it. And because the glitter of the unicorns is so big, and the pearls in it, it's kind of feels very ASMR. So the more you play with it, the more you want to play with it anyway. So there's that. And then there's the crunching of the bubbles. It's a good slime. It's pretty. It's pretty. And it's fun to play with. Because it's a bit ASMR because of the unicorn glitter and the pearls. And to be perfectly honest, there is no color in this. All the color comes from all of that tinsel. So it gets its purple color from all of that tinsel. There was no color added to this at all. So it's a clear slime that looks purple because of everything put in it. So like I said, super glitzy. Super glitzy. There is so much glitziness in this slime. It's actually changed it from clear to purple. Just from the glitziness of it. But I love this slime. It's super pretty and so fun to play with. I love it. And believe it or not, my mom loves pearls. And she looks really pretty in them. She looks really pretty in pretty much everything, though. She's a pretty woman. She doesn't believe me, but she really is. She's a beautiful woman. And I know she doesn't watch my videos, so I'm not saying it for her benefit. I'm saying it because it's true. She's a beautiful woman. She just doesn't believe it. She doesn't know it. Alrighty. And then this one, I am working on emptying the container that I am going to put this in. So this is not the peanut butter jar I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put it actually in, once it's empty, I'm going to have it in this peanut butter jar. So I have the jar. I just have to eat the peanut butter that's in it. And I haven't gotten to it yet. So there's that. Alrighty. So this one, it also actually needs more more color, I think. I think it's just, I think I made it too light of a purple. And I don't have any purple food coloring to fix that at the moment. But eventually I will have purple food coloring to fix it. It was one of the things I meant to put on my grocery list, but I forgot. So it's going to go on my grocery list as soon as I can remember to put it on my grocery list. Come here. Come here. It wants to stick. Come here. Come on. Come on. But the intent of this one, and it does smell like grape, so there's that. It does have a grape-like smell to it. It just needs to be a darker clear slime, pretty much is the deal. I just need it to be darker in color. But, you know, it happens. Here I'm trying to scrape every last bit from the bottom, and you guys don't care if I get every last bit from the bottom. You just want to see the slime. So, again, I have stolen a charm that I had made into a magnet from off of the fridge. Wishing that I hadn't made it into a magnet. That I would have left it as a charm for my slime. Because when I made all of these charms into magnets, I had not gotten into the whole slime charm craze yet. I had not realized what was so cute and fun about charms in slime. And I have since learned why the charms are so awesome. Because they help identify what the slime is supposed to be. So we have this little grape charm, and what I intend to be grape jelly slime. I mean, if it was darker, it would look like grape jelly, but it's still pretty close. You know, it's not bad. It's pretty close to grape jelly. And it smells like grapes, and it's kind of shiny like grape jelly, and I mean, it is purple, and it's pretty, and it smells good. It's stretchy, and it's fun to play with, and I like it. I think it makes a perfect grape jelly slime. Don't you guys think so? I bet you guys think so too. But I love this one. I love it. I love it. Alrighty. And those bubbles. That's what it looks like all balled up. So it does kind of look like grape jelly, right? Like, it needs to be just slightly darker, just a little bit. But all in all, it really does kind of look like grape jelly, right? I think it looks like grape jelly. It smells like it, and it's pretty, and it's fun to play with, and I love it. But I cannot wait until I get that jar completely emptied so I can put it in here. There we go. And then, last but not least for this video. Come on. Close. Okay. Last but not least for this video, we have, go away, the Charms Blow Pop grape scented basically Flarp. So that's pretty much all that is just basically Flarp from the Charms and the Blow Pop and the Tootsie Roll ones. But I mean, they smell so good. You can't not want to buy them because they smell just so real. Like so much like real Blow Pops and real Tootsie Rolls. Like it's going to make you want to eat Tootsie Rolls and Blow Pops when you play with these. So I definitely would suggest buying these if you're into food type slimes. I mean, even despite the fact that they're kind of more Flarp than the slime, you know, it's still worth it for the smell. Because I mean, you can set it up on the table at your office, and when you just need a break, you can just kind of sniff it to like help you relax. Or you could just kind of do the Flarp thing. Because, you know, everybody needs a break once in a while. Hi, Sage. How are you? Where's my thing? There it is. Okay. So there's that. And let's put this one back. Let's put that in there. And I think I forgot to do... Did I do it? I don't see it over here. Huh. There's a vanilla one that I could have sworn that I put over here, but now I can't find it. Weird. Oh, I found it. So I meant to do the vanilla one with the whites, but somehow the cats knocked it down. Doesn't that figure? So there's the vanilla Tootsie Roll one. Smells exactly like the vanilla Tootsie Rolls. Oh, smells so good. But again, it's basically like Flarp. So there's that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what is your favorite slime. What you thought what the coolest, or what you would like to make and you know, have for yourself. What you would like to buy that I didn't make. Just, you know, feel free. Let me know what you think. And thank you for watching. And have a beautiful day. And again, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.